Hi Nathan, it's Tom.
How you doing, mate? You alright?
Yeah, I'm good, thanks mate. Thanks a lot for doing this again, I really appreciate it.
No problem. No problem at all.
Well, I'll get into it. So, congratulations for signing your deal with Frank Warren. I mean, that's really great news. You must be really excited.
Yeah, obviously, signing a deal with Frank and BT Sport doesn't get any bigger than that, does it? And obviously, Frank's got the platform for what I need, really. The television and that. It's where people can see me so I can showcase my skills. So, definitely, it doesn't get any bigger than that. I'm really chuffed to be working with him.
Yeah, it should be a really great opportunity, and you're certainly one of the most exciting young heavyweights in the country right now, and you must have had a lot of promoters look at you. Was the deal with Frank in the pipeline for a long time, or did it come about suddenly?
Obviously, Ricky, working with Ricky prior to Frank, and Ricky said he obviously pointed me in the right direction. He believed because Frank used to know Ricky, didn't he, many years ago?
Yeah.
He was Ricky's promoter. Obviously, Ricky had hands-on experience with Frank, and he pointed me in the right direction. And when the deal came together, it took about a few months, but...
All right, so it's been going on for a long time now in the background.
Yeah, it all come together, and now it's all done now.
Well, going right back to the beginning, I know you're from a very prestigious fighting background. Do you reckon you can tell me a bit about that?
Yeah, well, there's not just me. There was my great-grandfather, grandfather, uncle, obviously, Nathan Gorman. He was a king of the bare-knuckle boxing world for the Travellers.
Yeah.
He was undefeated. Also, my great-grandfather, he was also from Bartley. He was an undefeated bare-knuckle boxer, so it's really bred in me to do it.
Yeah, so you've always known you wanted to be a boxer, basically.
I always known I wanted to be a boxer. My dad never wanted me to do anything, a physical contact sport. He would get me away from me, and I just kept on bugging in, take me down to the gym. One day, and here we are today.
Yeah, well, I mean, yeah, it's definitely in the blood.
Oh yeah, it's definitely in the blood. I'd like to believe so, anyway.
Well, yeah, it all happened quite fast as an amateur. I mean, it was only 9 fights, wasn't it? And you were already in the GB squad.
Yeah, I had nine fights, and I was in the Great Britain squad. In them 9 fights, I come the best in England and Great Britain. Got ranked in the world.
Yeah, you won the youth ABAs, didn't you?
I won the youth ABAs, the youth Great Britain championships. Got ranked in the world, went to the world championships and stuff. So it was a very short. 9 fights is very short for amateur.
Yeah.
There's people out there.
Do you think being in the GB squad had a big influence on you in and outside the ring?
Yeah, no, really, because I wasn't really a fan of amateur boxing. Ever since I've done boxing, I always wanted to be professional. It was just an opportunity to represent your country. You're never going to turn it down, are you?
No, definitely not.
But the minute I got a chance to work with Ricky, it was a different scenario.
Yeah, and I mean, you guys seem to have a really great relationship. I mean, was it the chance to work with him that convinced you to turn pro?
Yeah, I got offered by the manager. Now I'm on the Great Britain to do a pad session with Ricky, and any boxer in the world will do a pad session with Ricky, wouldn't they? And obviously, Ricky went me down week, and each week I was falling more in love with the professional game. And obviously, getting the chance to work with Ricky, and he offered me, he said, I would like me to be your trainer, and he said, pro.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. You're learning from a living legend.
Exactly, it's hands-on experience every day, and you can't buy that, can you?
No, not at all. And I mean, well, you've already had 9 fights with 7 knockouts, and last time out you beat Dominic Akinladi. I mean, that was probably your toughest opponent to date, and it was your first 10-round fight, and you're sparring again with him now. What do you think you learned from that mainly then?
It ticked the box for me and for Ricky, and obviously for a few people, because I never went past 5 rounds before. And now, obviously, in the back of my mind, I've done 10 rounds. So I know for a full fact, when it comes to the 10th round, I'm still going to be there and I'm fine.
Yeah, you've got that experience now.
I've got the experience of being in a 10-round fight. You can always do 10-round spars, but in a fight it's different, when you got the arena, the crowd.
Yeah, and all the atmosphere.
The atmosphere. Exactly, yeah. It's a different case, isn't it?
Yeah.
So, but Dominic, he's a good lad. He's been up last week, come up sparring. He was there for a full week. He's a nice fella, and it was good experience. I've gained experience from fighting him, and I reckon it's added more to me.
Yeah, stand you in good stead.
He is a good boxer himself.
Yeah, he is, and I mean, I'm sure that he was hoping to win that fight. I mean, but obviously you're the up and coming fighter, and I mean, you all the eyes are on you really. But he did have big hopes. But I mean, assuming everything goes well in your next fight, I mean, you were initially scheduled to face Nick Webb for the English heavyweight title. Is that still the plan now you signed with Frank?
Yeah, that's still the plan. I was talking about it the other day. Obviously, I can't look past next Saturday.
Yeah, of course.
I've got to do the business next Saturday. But hopefully win next Saturday, and then, Nick Webb for the English title, which would be a good fight. You know, two unbeaten fellas, both with knockout records. So it's one of them. It's a don't blink fight, isn't it?
Yeah, it should be a good one. And I mean, then you can get your first major title as a pro as well, hopefully.
First national title, major title as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I mean, I know you know the Furies quite well, and Huey's fighting for the world title in his 20th fight in September.
Yeah.
And, you're only 21 and you've had 9 fights, so are you looking to take a similar route and have a few more learning fights before challenging for British, European, hopefully world titles, or are you sort of ready to take anything on now?
I'll just listen to Ricky. Obviously, Ricky says the same thing. A few more learning fights and that. But once Ricky says I'm ready because I have trust in him. Obviously, I'd like to think that he knows what he's doing, you know, with his experience. So, but yeah, just listen to Ricky.
Yeah, and he's been saying he thinks you can go all the way.
Yeah, exactly. Which I believe that myself, because you've got to have that.
Yeah, of course, and it must be great to have his complete support behind you.
Yeah, of course it does. You know, we get compliments off Ricky Hatton. It doesn't happen every day, does it?
Yeah, pretty great.
Yeah.
Well, that was it really, unless you've got anything else you'd like to add.
No, that's it. That's it, mate.
Well, thanks very much, mate. I really do appreciate it.
Anytime, all.
Yeah, hopefully, well, best of luck, and hopefully we can speak again at some point in the future.
100%.
And, I'll let you know when the article's up, and I'll link it to you.
No problem, mate.
Alright, thanks a lot, man.
No worries, mate.
Cheers.